There are dead orcs lying in the defensive trenches and strewn over the meadows in front of the city. Some of the locals are busy throwing the bodies on pyres, while others repair the minor damage done to the city wall. You enter the city and the garrison at its centre without being spoken to. It is only when you reach a heavy oak door that leads, you assume.
Dwarves, eh? Seems we aren't to be spared.
It looks like you've got an orc.
Had. Our scouts detected the army early on, and we were able to repel them without any great losses. A small...
Your mighty walls look like...
The soldier isn't intimidated by Boindil. He juts his chin out confidently.
At least they stopped the orc.
I must speak.
Commander Valor doesn't have time. He's still very...
Commander Valor is dealing with the orc problem, and I have important information concerning it.
The guard eyes you with interest and tries to judge whether you can be trusted. The commander looks up from his work. The guard repeats what you told him.
Your information about the orcs could be useful. We have fought them back.
The commander listens attentively and now and then asks questions as you tell him about the 3 orc armies and the meeting of the chieftains with the Alv Sintharas.
This sounds very grave. I will send out...
The orc army that attacked you was able...
What was left of it? They headed south. Unfortunately, I can't send any...
The commander looks at you with a disgruntled expression. It suddenly seems clear to him who he had.
Killing pig noses and getting paid for it?
You grin at Boindil and then turn back.
We must press on.
Kill as many orcs as you can, dwarves. Palandi...
You see a camp with a wagon and 2 people on the edge of the path. Behind them, Black Saddle towers up. 2 horses are standing near the covered wagon, grazing. You can make out the shapes of boxes and barrels on the wagon. You don't want to give them a shock, so you address them while the 2 traders look up and visibly jump when they see you 3 dwarves. It doesn't escape your attention that you seem to be causing the traders some uneasiness, but you take up their offer.
We're only travellers. We're looking for someone who's said to live on Blacks.
Someone who lives here?
The traders exchange amazed.
Normally we wouldn't stop and rest here, but the horses are too exhausted. Our departure from Parista was...
Why does Black Saddle make you feel uneasy?
Only a mountain? You don't know the legend. Black Saddle was once known as Cloud Piercer, and it towered up into the heavens, the upper slopes of pure gold and the summit covered in snow. The humans, they called on the dwarves to help them. They were able to tunnel up through Cloud Piercer to the top. They hollowed it out and carried away the gold. The humans demand there were too many holes inside for it to hold together. It collapsed and buried both greedy parties underneath it. The mountain lost its tremendous size and its beauty, and ever since has...
Never heard of it. Sounds like human tittle-tattle.
Later in the night, after eating together and some friendly conversation by the campfire, it's a night in which nothing happens, and the next morning the traders set... By the evening campfire, Boindil rummages around in his rucksack and pulls out a cheese wrapped in a cloth. He sticks. The smell it gives off makes you hold your breath.
Oh, picky, are you? Hardly surprising, considering you were brought up by humans.
You pull the warm piece of cheese from the stick. It tastes dreadful. You approach Scalebrook through its expansive fields and spot smoke rising up into the sky. A short while later, you can...
Quick! We have to help those people!
What is it? And what now? I didn't hit you very hard!
Pavrakas!
Huh? Yes?
Yes?
And what now? Come here, you! Huh? All right. Yeah!
Find somewhere safe.
As good as done.
Huh? Understood.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah!
And again. End it.
And what now? Yes? On my way! With pleasure. Too easy! Pow! Another one bites the dust. That's it! They're fleeing! I don't think so, they're just rallying!
And that's what we should do too. Come on.
Thank you so much. You saved us.
Not yet. The orcs are rallying. You must join us.
But we can't.
You must. Here they come.
What is it? I'm with you! What is it?
Huh?
Too easy! Huh? Huh?
Yes? Understood.
And what now? Ha ha! Yes? luck for you! Say goodbye forever!
Huh? Yes, yes! Huh?
Yeah! And what now? What is it? With pleasure. Who's next? Oh, what bad luck for you! With pleasure. What is it? I didn't hit you very hard. Huzzah! Who's next?
For breakfast! Huh?
Yeah! Yes? All right. On my way. As good as done.
He hardly put up a fight!
Oh, what bad luck for you! And what now? Come here, you! Huzzah! Who's next? Yeah! Yes?
Huh? Attack! And again!
What is it? I didn't hit you very hard! Ha ha!
He hardly put up a fight!
Huzzah! Who's next?
I'm with you!
Ha ha!
Of course!
While Boindale still hunts the last of the orcs through the alleyways of the village, you and Boandal are already helping search for survivors. Various villagers, a middle-aged man nervously steps from one foot to the other and tries to force a smile.
My father, he left behind some gold as a dowry for my sister.
But before you can reply, the man takes a deep breath and forces himself to look at you.
What am I saying? How ungrateful. Thanks to you, many of us are...
You accept the reward with a...
We will bury our dead and rebuild the village.
After a march through the thick pine forest, Black Saddle, the sinister table...
Are you sure that the Famulus lives here?
Yes, according to Lot-Yonan.
Although you try to put a lot of assurance into your voice, you too see no signs that...
No castle, no tunnel, no camp?
Then we'll have to take a closer look.
You do that, scholar. We'll be waiting for you here.
You think about...
Found anything? A hidden camp?
No. No. Even the dark, evergreen forest seems to be afraid of the Black Mountain. An old tree. Looks like it could fall down at any moment. There we go. Too steep. I can't get a grip anyway. I should be able to get... I hope this is all worth it. Here's a... no. Definitely... There's something engraved.
You realize with surprise.
Built with the blood of our enemies, be unyielding. Huh? Hello? Master Garen! Lot Yonan sent me. My inquiries are almost at an end. That means I can finally go to be with my sunshine. I have never been to Green. I deposited my most valuable things in the grave of Horengarth before my departure and secured it with magic. The password is...
You recognize the following word.
Greenglade. Useful. An eternal flame.
You see sketches and notes on the architectural features, statues and wall reliefs. It seems Garen spent a lot...
Hello? Thirdlings, the fortress belongs to the dwarf haters. Norimber's dwarves are not only as unyielding as a mountain, they are also as destructive as an avalanche, and would the four should find no salvation in Vracus, only eternal damnation, so that they suffer indescribable torment between the worlds.
You have heard of the dwarf...
Horn of stone forged in battle.
You're not sure if you really want to know what was once in this basin. The whole place gives you the feeling.
So, scholar, what are the results?
There is an abandoned fortress in the mountain and...
Boindale's eyes narrow.
The blasted... A thirdling fortress! Here! In the middle of Girdlegard?
The fortress has been long abandoned by the looks of it. Anyway, I can't go to Ogre's death until I have completed my quest.
Huh.
A thirdling fortress? Here?
And worrying. But they've always been wily.
I've read about it. Lorenberg, their progenitor, rejected the name that Vrakas gave him, who in turn did not give him any special talent.
It helps them defending the East, but it also meant they ended up confronting the other kingdoms. No dwarf would ever even think of it. When they were even more powerful, they wanted to become the rulers of all dwarves. They are envious of our skills.
The High King, why?
All right then. It's about the choice of the new High King. Gandagar, the king of the Fourthlings, is with his aunt.
But our acting High King Gundrabur wants to prevent that from happening. He fears that
But what of our...
Boindale is about to say something, but is silenced by a nudge in the side from his brother. You look distrustfully from one twin to the other. Boindale has donned an innocent...
What does this King Gandagar have against the elves?
dwarves and elves just don't get along. Braccus and Satalia made us that way.
I know that, but going to war...
Well, there must be more behind it. They say that the king of the Fourthlings is full of hate.
Whatever, your High King must wait. I have a quest to carry out in...
But our quest is...
Boindale raises a placatory hand and throws...
Let it be, dear brother. Look at him. He has made his decision, and you will not...
While taking a rest, you see a cart trundling along the road not far away from you. A young couple are sitting on the... The sight reminds you of a long, unanswered question.
Very?
Uh-huh.
You were expecting...
No, I would say it's more like...
And what do they do?
In our kingdom, most take care of domestic life. They take the animals down to the meadows and the valleys. Make sure the Lord...
It only ever causes problems when men and...
Some of them are talented stonemasons and smiths. And beware of insulting their skill.
You arrive at a small, bustling village. One thing is clearly missing from the lively scene. A dour, grim-looking man is sitting. The man's expression is somewhere between desperation and hope. As you don't answer,
I could help you, but compared to human standards, I'm
the smith gulps.
Give me...
That is a lot. But, all right. I only hope that your skills are as good as you...
A little later, you are standing in the workshop, examining the smith's inferior tools. While he fires up, you weren't able to persuade the twins to help you. As warriors, they'd rather go hunting, Boindil declared. But you think it's more probable that you'll find them drinking. Hours later, you have forgotten everything around you. The heat of the forge, the sweat on your warm skin, the play of the flames.
Wait, I'm talking to you.
You look up in surprise. Everything but...
Can you do it?
You immediately dislike the middle-aged man. He sounds you out so doggedly with his light grey eyes that it feels as though he wants to look right through you and into your deepest...
These two need shoeing. Oh, no problem.
The man doesn't look convinced, but you get to work with confidence after examining...
So, you're mercenaries, I take it?
You're only trying to engage in conversation.
Something like...
Got lots of work? Oh, do you know anything about...
We can't complain.
The man's tone makes it clear that the conversation has ended here. You carry out the work in silence. You ignore the horseman and concentrate on your work. When you tell the twins about your visitors later on, you spend the night in the smith's house and continue on your way. The hamlet of Sungird certainly lives up to its name. You arrive as the sun. There's a shop in the village, and through the window, as well as some... A small bell rings as you enter the shop. The twins look around, but seem rather disinterested, until they discover a couple of gemstones. You stroll towards the bookshelf and read some of the titles written on...
Oh, by fracas! Look, dear brother!
It's an interesting selection, Boindil. I could make...
Boindil throws his arm around your shoulder and pulls you slowly away from the bookshelf.
What if someone sees you? Hey...
Boindil is walking next to you in silence.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Won't you have found all the...
Quite the contrary. The more...
Ah, I knew it!
You approach the village and can tell even from far off that something isn't right. The smell of burnt wood and...
By fracas.
The piggies have really shown those pointy ears. We couldn't have done it any better.
Stay alert. I want to find...
You have read about the elves and their buildings. This here had always just been a small example of their architectural skill.
Hoofprints! Burned into the ground!
Alfar?
The fire in Boindil's eyes flares up with delight.
Huzzah! That would make a change from those stupid pe-
Green Glade was one of the few places in Girdlegard where humans and elves lived together. The hand that painted this picture,
This picture portrays the village in its state of ruin.
examining the canvas more closely, you realize the smell of the smoke has accompanied you for a while now. But here, so close to the bodies, it is masked.
The Magus had these books on him when he was attacked. Was he trying to bring them to safety?
Your eyes fall upon a sealed letter next to the books.
Greetings, Tugger. I am glad to hear that you... I think they are the key to his destruction, or... What demon are they talking about?
You instinctively think about how the magical barrier is only a few days' march north of here, and beyond it, the body of the man is riddled with arrows and is lying in a small patch of undamaged... The robes remind you of those of Lot Yonan's famuli. This, plus the fact that the man used magic... The elf maiden's graceful snow-white face still radiates beauty. In terrible contrast, from the neck down, she is nothing more than a blood-red, damp and glistening skeleton. There are long nails. In your imagination, you see the Alfar's shadow mare standing around the Lady of Greenglade, devouring.
I knew I smelled the stench of groundlings.
Huzzah! This will be fun! We finally get to fight!
I hope your blood doesn't clot too much. It has to be nice and fluid for my fine brushstrokes.
Ha! How do you plan to defeat us, pointy ears? There are 3 of us!
Oh, only 3. That makes it easier.
She looks over the corpses.
Author and Lueth Buanre!
What's happening? That's the perished land.
Impossible! Greenglade is south of the barrier.
I know of nothing else that can resurrect the dead. Knock their heads off or they'll keep coming back. What is it? Huh?
Huh? On my way. Uh-huh.
Huh? And what now?
Huh?
Yes? Huh?
Yes?
What is it? What is it? Yes? And what now? What is it? What is it?
Uh-huh. End it!
He hardly put up a easy! Huh? Huh?
Vile creature! Yes?
What is it? Come here, you!
Killed! Uh-huh.
What is it? And what now? Huzzah!
Huh?
Attack! Yes? With pleasure. What is it? I didn't hit you very hard. What is it? I have bow and dove. Give me a hand. Yes?
Huh? For Vracus!
And what now? What is it? Oh, what bad luck for you! What is it? Who's next? Pow! Another one bites the dust. Too easy.
Uh-huh.
Yes? As good as done.
Vile creature! Yes?
Huh?
hardly put up a fight!
What is it? Say goodbye forever!
Creature, who's next?
I didn't hit you very hard!
And what now?
Yes?
Yes? With pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Too easy!
Come here,
Yes?
you!
Please wait a moment.
Who's next?
I didn't hit you very hard!
It?
What is it? Oh, what bad luck for you!
He hardly
Say
put up a
goodbye
fight.
forever! On my way! With pleasure!
Vile creature!
Yes?
Who's next?
Say goodbye forever!
He hardly put up a fight!
Dwarves, you protected the glade. The perished land.
You can feel your stomach cramping. Unlike Boindale, you...
So this is what it is like to rise from the dead. I feel nothing. I am left.
Without even being able to look into her eyes, you recognize the sadness in the elf maiden's expression.
Garen was here, and I've heard that you elves have special abilities in battle.
I felt her presence, but when I confronted the elf, she had already killed the first of us and resurrected the perished land.
If the perished land spreads further south, then Nodon won't need any orcs, ogres, or Alfar. One human losing their...
Your stomach turns, but you know. You've never seen the twins looking so serious. They would pit themselves against any army of orcs, but this is something beyond.
We must go to Lotyonan before the perished land spreads further. He will know what is to be done.
Neither of your companions.
I can't believe it. The barrier has fallen.
Who could tell? Anything could go wrong with all...
It had held back the perished land since the fall of the Fifthlings. Reinforcing the barrier whenever it loses power is the primary duty.
You think of the demons mentioned in Garen's letter. You wonder whether it could be possible that a demon from the